Passed the Security Plus yesterday. Congrats. Wow, that's awesome. Security Plus is an incredible certification. B. Brown says, so the SSP is built based on the SAR? Not necessarily. So the SAP, for those who don't know, SSP is a system security plan. A system security plan is supposed to be a summary of all the controls that you have in your environment. So if you have a general support system, it has 100 workstations, let's say, and one server. And it will, first of all, explain the who, what, when, where, and why of the system from a security perspective. So it'll break down what the system is, why we have the system, and then it'll go into summaries of all the security controls. So for NIST 853, it'll break down all the applicable controls. Because let's say wireless is one of the controls that you have to meet, right? But if you don't have wireless, you can tailor that out. That's one of the great things about NIST 800. And if you're doing PCI DSS, they don't call it a system security plan, I don't think. But it'll have something similar. It'll have a summary. A system security plan is just a summary of the features, the security features of your system. And the reason why it's important to write that down is because somebody else comes in, right? You have a change of systems are always changing, not just the vulnerabilities, but people in and out. So somebody else comes in and then they look at the system security plan and say, okay, I see that we have this, we have that. It's a document of all the security features so that you keep track of it. It's, as somebody who's been in this field before they had any of this, it's super important. It's super important. You wouldn't think things like documenting what's going on is important, but for the sake of transparency, it's very important. As soon as an organization loses sight of that and they don't think it's important anymore, all hell breaks loose. It's chaos. I've seen it happen, and it's ugly. It's really hard to work in places like that because it's just chaos constantly. All right. On to YouTube. Hey, Larry, how you doing, man? He says, what's up, Bruce? Just here for a mental break. Been a rough couple of weeks, man. I bet, man. I feel your pain. I feel your pain, brother. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's been, for those who don't know, who are not in the know, like there's a big change happening in the government right now. I'm in the government sector. I'm feeling the pain. They're just off the top of my head. They're trying to get people to quit. They're going full Twitter style on it, like what happened with Twitter when it became X. They're trying to fire as many people as possible. We already have. I know people who are outside of the government just don't have no idea, but we have a low staff. Most of the organizations I've been through in the federal government have a very low staff. Not all. I'm sure there's some that are overstocked and doing meaningless bullshit, right? But I've been in NASA, I've been in the Department of Defense, Air Force, Army, and I've been in Department of Homeland Security. We got a lot of work to do, and the mission is very important. And sometimes people's lives are on the line. And then there's not many people who are doing the work because not many of these people who complain, these armchair beneficiaries off of the backs of our labor, complain about what we're doing, but then they don't want to participate. They don't want to come into these fields because it's hard and you don't get paid. You know, you're not getting paid a whole bunch of money. So it's funny to, and then now they're like want to take out entire departments, having no clue what's going on, believing all kinds of narrative bullshit on social media. It's chaos. This is not going to end well. I'm telling you. Mark my words. You know what? This is not going to end well. And let me tell you something. If you come back to this video, shove it right in my face if I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, to be honest with you. But for them to just go and willy-nilly shut down, turn off buttons and stuff, not going to end well. Not going to end well. Not for the United States, not for the citizens. I think for the world, like it's not going to end well for anybody. You have to have a very clear plan. I'm all for cutting government spending. I'm all for reducing, making it more lean and mean and all that kind of stuff. That makes sense. But you got to have a plan first. This is not SpaceX. This is not Tesla. This is not X. This is the United States government. It's on a whole different level, and people's lives depend on what we do. This is not hyperbole. This is real. And so to impact people's lives on this level is crazy. It's crazy, and it shows that they really don't care about the livelihoods of commoners like myself. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Dime says, did you already say when the course is coming out? So I've got a few courses already out. Whenever I'm talking about risk management framework, NIST 800 stuff, that stuff's already out. I've got the course that I'm adding to with the SCA stuff that's already out. I took it down for a bit so I can add more to it. All the stuff that you just saw me teach, I'm going to add that stuff to it. And there's more I would like to add to it. But I've got one called Risk Man. Go to ConvoCourses. You'll see all my stuff there. There's free stuff. There's downloadables. For those of you who are asking for the downloadables of stuff you just saw on the screen, those are things that's stuff that's already there available. So if you go to ConvoCourses.com, just HTTP ConvoCourses.com, it'll forward you to the secure site. And then you'll see a bunch of downloadables. You can sign up and stuff for the newsletter or everything. Those are out. I've got another one for GRC roadmap, which is going to walk you through from zero, walk you through the NIST cybersecurity framework 2.0 and explain it in such a way that you don't have to be technical. You don't have to be in this field. It's better if you're actually an IT professional, but you don't have to. I've written it in such a way that you don't have to be. So yeah, that's coming out. I'm trying to get this done by the end of this month. That's why I'm going to try to cut this one short and get back to work on that.